Hi, it's Heather from Strings and Threads. Thank you so much for being here. I don't normally do videos this late, but I'm up and no school tomorrow, so here I am. And I'm really happy to see you. I'm happy to see everybody who has been sticking with me for this whole time, and for all the new subscribers I've gotten. Thank you so much for coming and taking a chance with my channel. I really appreciate you being here. I love seeing my community grow. I love meeting new people, and I'm really excited. I had talked a couple months ago about how when I get to 500, I'm going to do a 500 subscriber giveaway. And so I think last time I checked, I was at 430, so I'm getting close. So, keep spreading the word. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe and join in with all our fun. So today I'm going to start with a question of the day. I've just been doing that as something that's for fun, something to get to know you. And it's not mandatory that you have to answer questions for this station. I'm not trying to spy on you or anything like that. I just thought it was a nice way to start a conversation and get to know you guys better. And if you don't answer, it's not a big deal. But today's question is, have you ever broken a bone? And for me, I can answer that it is yes, but not until I was an adult. I didn't break a bone at all when I was a child. But when my boys were little, they got scooters. And I'm not talking about electronic scooters. I'm talking about the regular old ones that you push with your legs. I thought it looked like a lot of fun. I wanted to do it with them because they were a little slower on that than bikes. So if I had gotten my bike out, I would have been much too fast. I wanted to do something kind of the same speed as them. And we would go around, around town in them. So one of the days that we were out, my scooter wheel hit a rock and I fell on my side and landed flat on my arm, and I could hear the crunch and I could feel the pain, but it was before my husband was home from work and I was alone with the boys. And so I just kind of suffered with it because he was almost home from work. If it was the beginning of the day, I might have called somebody for help, but I knew he was going to be home any minute. And so I just waited till he got home, and I was like, I think I broke my arm. And so we figured it out, and I had broken my arm. And I was in my early 40s when this happened. And embarrassing story, I went to the emergency room. They made arrangements for me to see whoever it was I would need to see the next day. And they said, oh, you'll get set into a cast. So I go to the doctor the next day. It's a real young doctor. He had to have been like fresh out of school. And he's like, for people of your age, we don't put casts on you. You have to move around so that you don't lose mobility, because at your age, it's really easy to lose mobility. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not 1 foot in the grave. But I didn't ever get a cast on it. And he made me do all kinds of exercises to straighten it out. And I did them. I cried every day as I was doing them because it was so painful. But when I went back for a follow-up, he took another x-ray and he's like, wow, I wasn't expecting such good mobility in your arm. Because people of your age, you lose your mobility, especially if you break a bone. And so that was a really fun experience. I was older when I had my children too. And so I was starting to get used to all of this, like, you're really old stuff. Because when I had lost 2 pregnancies before I had Roman, my oldest son. And so I was 35 when I had him, and they were calling my pregnancy a geriatric pregnancy. So I was like, okay, thanks a lot. Anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't keep going on about that. I actually came on here with some yarny talk, not how old I am talk. So sorry about that. So I have 2 tutorials coming out this week. They're special holiday, wintry type tutorials, and I hope you like them. If you participated in my mystery crochet along, I hope that was fun for you. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed putting that together, and I had said in previous videos that I'll do another mystery crochet along. I can't promise that it'll be before Christmas, but I am planning on doing one at least before spring. And because I find those a lot of fun. I hope that you do too. The first tutorial, this is coming out tomorrow, which will be Monday. And since it's so late, some of you might not actually see this until Monday, but it's cozy hand warmers. I made mine long. You can, the pattern or the tutorial will tell you how to adapt it if you don't want them this long. I'll put it on to kind of, excuse me, show you how long they are. This is the way that I like to wear them. And I have another pair that I had made years ago, and I've worn them a lot too. And now I'm planning on wearing these a lot because I like how fuzzy and soft these are. The other ones are still like, you know, soft, but these are made out of Karen latte cakes. And these are especially soft. And these are very warm. So if you were interested in using the same material, you can use any type of yarn with this that you want, as long as it's of similar thickness. So I think a medium weight yarn would probably work well with this pattern as well, if you didn't want to get, if you couldn't or didn't want to get the latte cakes. If you were interested in using the same color, mine don't end up being the same exact color in the same exact order, and because I didn't control the color, I just kind of went with whatever order it was going in. This colorway is Plum Fresh. So if you are interested in making it exactly like the ones I made, that's what I use, the Karen Latte Cakes Plum Fresh. And the second tutorial that's coming out a little bit later in the week, you're going to laugh, you're going to think this is silly at first. It's a mitten, but there is a purpose to this mitten. So I'll show you the purpose. It's actually a soda cozy. These are really sweet to have if you bring a soda into, you know, a room that has the side table, because you can just set it down just like this on the side table. It protects it. It would be fun to do these at like a party or a gathering at your house, you know, to pass these out to put around the soda. I used to be a diet soda addict, and I should say I'm not affiliated with Coca-Cola. They don't know I exist. I'm not getting any kind of commissions or royalty. This just happened to be something that I had in my house, and that's what I was using as an example. But if Coca-Cola was watching and they wanted me to sponsor them, just let me know. My email address is in the description below. Just kidding. Anyway, I think I was just saying I used to be a Diet Coke addict, and I realize it's really, really bad for you. So I have broken that habit. It was very difficult. Every once in a while, I will have a regular soda because I do still get a, you know, like a craving for sodas. So every once in a while, maybe once a week or less, I do still just grab a regular soda with all that sugar, and then I drink and I'm like, this is so good, but oh my goodness, way too much sugar. So those are the two things I want you to look out for this week, the two tutorials that I'm offering this week. They're for everybody. And I hope everybody has a great week. Tomorrow I'll be back on again for Moody Monday. Jenna and I had talked and we decided to wind down Moody Monday. So we're going to do it until the holidays or until we give our donations. And then we're going to take a break from that until next year. And we'll do it, and maybe we'll do it again next year. Maybe give it a different name, because I think the Moody Monday was a little bit confusing. In my mind, when I named it that, I you know, thought it was kind of a cute idea, but I think, you know, it wasn't properly named. So maybe, you know, Jenna, if you want to help me think of a better name, or anybody else, if you have a suggestion for a name for, you know, donations, that would be great. I realized I'm sitting here holding these hooks because I was going to tell you which hooks you needed for each of the projects, and I had completely forgot. So for the first project, the cozy hand warmers, you'll need an eye hook. I don't know if you can see that on there, but an eye hook is a 5.5 millimeter. And for the cozy mitten, for the mitten soda cozies, you need an H hook. It doesn't say on here, but I believe an H hook is a 5.0 millimeter. So anyway, until tomorrow's Moody Monday, have a great night and take care.